All right, good morning. Welcome back to another unboxing video from the Clark & Addison Gaming Company. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator here at Clark & Addison. And this morning I got a package. I'm going to unbox this package, and so let's get right into it. Package is a little bit bigger than normal. Not exactly sure why. Hey, we got the newest addition to the On-Base Baseball family. That's going to be 1972. Made a little change here, so put that on there. You can see on the edges it's got that, so like if you wanted to put to stack them up this way, then you'd be able to see each of the season names. So I'll have to go back and make that change on all the other seasons as well for anybody after this who wants to buy that. So 1972 feels a little bit thinner. Not sure if that's the way that they produced it or if it just is fewer. I can't imagine it's fewer cards, but you can see here these are our game engine cards. So those all coming in for the 1970s. This is going to be the 1972 set, you can see. And again, if you haven't seen these before, it's got pitchers on one side and it's got batters on the other side. So each card, you can see here for the Cardinals, their batters, and then their pitchers. So Bob Gibson there, 33 stamina, 254 FIP. Great year by Rick Wise and Reggie Cleveland. Really good pitching staff there for the Cardinals. Also, you have Lou Brock here. Cardinals, the Dodgers, 72 Dodgers. Not a lot to ride home about on offense, but defense really solid with Sutton, Claude Osteen, Al Downing, Tommy John at the top of the rotation. And the Yankees from 1972, Bobby Mercer, 47 batting runs, so big time for him. Mel Stottlemyre at the top of their rotation. The Mets, not good, although they would come back the next year and make it to the World Series. But you got Seaver and Koosman in the rotation there. Cubs, same thing, but Billy Williams, 50 batting runs that season. Fergie Jenkins at the top of their rotation. San Diego, not a lot going on here. Nice season from Nate Colbert, but nobody else really. Not a great pitching staff, but passable for sure. You can notice, most of the starting pitchers are going to have really high staminas. The expectation is they're going to stay in the game for a long time. So you actually are going to get fewer pitchers for the most part, but there are a couple teams where I had to cut off the pitchers, but most of the time you're going to get every single pitcher who got into a game. For the Tigers, decent enough. Norm Cash, Bill Freehan, Mickey Lolich there at the top of the rotation. For the Indians, not much to write home about there. Gaylord Perry, the Hall of Famer, at the top. For the Pirates, really good season. You're going to get Clemente and Stargell on the same team. Really good season from Richie Hebner, Manny Sanguillen. I know a lot of people love these early 70s Pirates teams. Got Blast, Moose, Bryles, Ellis and Kyson at the top. Kyson. For the Rangers, not a whole lot going on here. Just not much there for the Brew Crew. George Scott, John Briggs in the middle of the order, and then Jim Lomborg at the top of the rotation. Got another. This is for the 10 to 30 batters. For the Braves, Hank Aaron. So Hammer and Hank there in the middle. Got a lot of production here, middle bottom. Phil Negro at the top of the order. Denny McLain, maybe early. Denny McLain, I'm not sure. Early, late. You will get a pitcher card. So there was no DH in 1972. So all the pitchers are going to be hitting in 1972. California Angels team, mid-level. Nolan Ryan at the top of the order there. Andy Messersmith in that rotation as well. For the A's, this was 72, 73, 74. So first of 3 championships for them. Obviously Joe Rudi, Reggie Jackson, Mike Epstein having a MVP quality year. Tennis, average. Bando, a little above average. But then you have Hunter, Holtzman, Blue Moon Odom, Vida Blue. I mean, that's a really solid top 4 in your rotation. More than solid. For the White Sox, really good year. This is a heck of a year from Dick Allen. And Carlos May, also big time. Wilbur Wood at the top of that rotation. One of the great pitchers from the 60s and 70s. Bobby Bonds leading off for the Giants. Got decent production there. Willie McCovey on this team. And headed at the top of the rotation is Ron Bryant, Sam McDowell, Juan Marichal you get on the team. So a lot of good players here from the early 70s. This Houston Astros team loaded. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4 guys who were column 3 or 4 in the middle of the batting order. Headed by Don Wilson and Larry Dierker. Is the rotation for the Expos. Decent enough team here for the Expos. Kenny Singleton on this team, and pitching rotation led by Bill Stoneman, Mike Torres. For the Red Sox, Reggie Smith, excellent year in the middle of the order. Yaz, bit of a down year, 10.4 batting runs, but does put him in column 3. Marty Patton at the top of the order, sort of just before the team broke out, kind of a middle team between the 60s and the 70s, or the 60s and the late 70s. For Minnesota, Harmon Killebrew, the Hall of Famer, slugger in the middle of the order. Rod Carew on this team as well, 12 batting runs. 9.2 on the defense, so good defensive team. Burt Blyleven at the top of the order there. For the Orioles, also coming off of some better teams, but Boog Powell there in the middle of the order. Palmer, Dobson, Cuellar, McNally, pretty good top of the rotation there. You can see they have 4 starters. 4 guys listed as starters. I guess these 2 down here, these 2 and Bob Reynolds probably got a handful of starts as well, but your top 4 basically with all the starts, their stamina 26 plus, 27 plus. For the Phillies, Larry Bowa at the top of the order, terrific defender. A couple of those here, not much with the bat, but Don Money, good defender at third base. You got Steve Carlton at the top of the order there. For the Royals, they had a pretty salty team there through the early and mid parts of the 1970s. So John Mayberry there, Lou Piniella there, you can see. Dick Drago, top of the order. Splittorff, who would later go on to pitch well into the early 80s. Cincinnati Reds, so stacked and loaded Reds team. Rose, Morgan, Tolan, Bench, Perez, Cesar Geronimo on this team. Billingham, is at the top of the rotation. You got Nolan in there as well. Don Gullett also in the rotation. Pedro Borbon. So it's a formidable team. And then, of course, the St. Louis Cardinals, who had been in the World Series in 67 and 69, maybe. I can't remember exactly. Late 60s teams, so kind of riding off of that. Lou Brock, Ted Simmons, Bernie Carbo on this team. Gibson, Wise, Cleveland, all really solid at the top of their rotation. And we've gone through the Dodgers already. So you can see all of the teams are there. And then, of course, you have all of your... the red is going to represent for the batters, and the black is what we're going to use for the pitchers. And this is based off of their batting runs. So anyone with less than -5. So let's say Duke Sims, Billy Graberkovich, Maury Wills. Those all have, they would come off this card here. Any pitchers you can use for that. The pitcher card is really just this card here, except a little bit worse. You can see here, the first base, it's a single or a home run if the D9, D10 is a 7. This one for a pitcher, the D10 has to be a 9 for it to be a home run. So you get a little bit more of a chance here with the -5 player to hit a home run. Same thing here, you're going to get fewer walks. It turns into a 14 here is a ground out with an error check. The walk is here on a 44. It's a 14. So the walk and the hit by pitch. You don't have just the straight up walk like you do here. So this has 2 opportunities for a walk, only 1 on the pitcher card. So the single with the long single is on an 11, which is about a 2.78% chance, as opposed to, and the same thing here, a fly out with a runner advancement. It's on a 16 here, which is about a 5.5% chance. Here it's on the 33, so it's about half that. So some of the advantage plays that you would think about coming off of this, even the advantage outs, are going to be tucked away into these doubles. You got the single with an error check, that's on a double. Single with an error check is on a non-double here. So it's a little bit worse for the pitchers. So that's by intention. And then you have your perennial MVPs here. You got a home run on 34. Here it's a home run unless the D9, D10 is a 7 or greater, then it's a strikeout. Here a home run is on 33, which is a little bit less of a chance than here. And so, you know, you just kind of see how those things work and play out, and it's really just trying to tilt the field, so to speak, in the favor of someone hitting a home run or not, based off of their home run percentages. And then here we have our, these are based off of the player FIP, which you'll find here. And so this is essentially on an ERA scale. So that's how you read FIP, but based off of fielding independent pitching. So taking fielding and defense out of the equation, just how did the pitcher do? How good is the pitcher? That's what we're looking at. And so you can see we have a range of players here. And so here, Don Sutton will be coming off of this card here. So if there's a if there is a result, you roll a 33. The result is a single. Even if here on the batter card the result is a double. If it's a blank, we rolled a 35. Then you would go to the batter card, which would be a hit by pitch or a walk. So you just look for those, and obviously as your pitcher gets worse, you get more bad plays for the defense. As your pitcher is better, you're going to get some other good plays here. Typically this is a double play or ground out. Not sure why I put that on the 24, but it becomes a double play or a ground out. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a double play or a strikeout here. And so with this pitcher, it would be a double play or a ground out. So they probably had fewer strikeouts overall in that range than most of the average pitchers. And then here you have a couple of different other strikeout chances, especially on there. You know, they're going to strike out the big hitters, so you can play that advantage as you will. So that's the whole set, and then they all come together handy dandy into a pile, and they all fit inside there. You have some an opportunity here to kind of see what to do with some of the basics of the game. And so do it like that. You kind of swaddle it like a baby. It's called a hook box, so you kind of hook it in there, and now you have a full season in a box. So this is the 1972 season. I'll go through and proof all these cards and make sure everything is okay. They look like initially they're fine to me, and I don't see any issues with printing or anything else. So I've got the production down on these pretty well. It takes a little bit of time, but I don't make as many mistakes anymore as I did early on, so I think the process is smoothing out just a little bit. You can purchase 1980, 1986, 1991, 2024, 2023 maybe. I think I have 2023 as well, and then 1972. So I'll just continue to excuse me, I'll just continue to produce sets for the Pocket Edition, and you can pick those up at the link in the description below. And I'll put a link to the Clark and Addison store, basically a storefront that's at thegamecrafter.com, and you'll be able to just kind of pick and choose. I have enough seasons there now that you can just go on to that page and pick and choose which one you'd like to see. They're $19.99 plus shipping and handling, and so typically I've been getting them anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks at this point. So I don't know if production is waning for the Game Crafter, or they're just getting faster, or I don't know if my games are getting some priority, or it's just time of year. I'm not sure what it is, but the games have been coming a little quicker, anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. You can also pay for expedited printing, which basically as the orders come in, they print them. So it's a print on demand. This is not a something that I print and keep in my home and then I ship out to you. This is done, fulfillment's done completely through the Game Crafter. So they print it and ship it to you. You can skip the line, so to speak. So instead of being at the end of the line, whenever you purchase the game, you can skip ahead all the way to the beginning. You can pay, I think it's $15 for expedited printing, which doesn't expedite shipping. It expedites the printing process, but that printing process can take anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks. So you can skip the line for sort of a rush fee, and you can also choose your shipping option if you want to as well. So really good option here for a printed version of On Base Baseball if you want that. And game components are really good quality. I've had a lot of people talk about the quality of the cards. These are the same company that Pocket Pennant Run uses. So if you have that game, you're very familiar with the quality of the components there. So make sure you check it out. Again, I have other seasons from the 1980s, 1991, and modern seasons. So 2024, 23, and then 1972 now. So I'll keep cracking at these different seasons that are available. If you have any requests for seasons, feel free to put those in the comments section or to send me an email at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. Be happy to hear. And when you receive these, feel free to post about it online. That's one of the ways that the whole thing is going to grow, is if you tell other people about it. I can only do so much myself, and so as the community grows and begins to talk about these games, or to play them on YouTube, or just generally to share them, take them to a convention and play them and show other people, that's sort of how this thing grows in the end. And as the community grows, so grows the number of players that you can talk to about the games. So I am not offended if you talk about my game, especially if it's good. If it's bad, I'd love to hear that first before you go throw it all over the place. But because maybe there are some objections that I can counter a little bit or talk to you about. The game comes from a very simplified place, like old school dice baseball games. So make sure that you come into it with that understanding. It's very statistically, I believe, accurate, especially over the long haul. And it plays a lot like APA Basic or Strat Basic. So they are actually sort of born from the same roots. I went back to the very beginning roots of dice baseball and built this game from the ground up from that place. So very quick game, can be played in anywhere 20 to 35 minutes. And there is a video on the Clark and Addison YouTube channel that shows you how to go from just sort of a box like this with nothing to playing a game. So that's a really good one to be able to check out, because it'll show you how to transfer everything over to the score sheet or to a blank piece of paper, and then you can roll the dice. And so I start from a box and I play out an entire baseball game. So it's a really good one to go through and check out if you are curious about how you get from what you saw in this video to playing a whole game. All right, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. I haven't done a lot of videos. I've been mostly on vacation here for the holidays. Hope you had a good Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It is, I can see outside, it's snowing here in Chicago, so it's been snowing for a few days. And so that's a nice respite to be able to get a little bit of snow with the cold. Hope your winter is going well. January is a tough time, but we're only about a month, not even 6 weeks, 1 month away from pitchers and catchers reporting. And spring's eternal, right? I hope spring's eternal for all of us baseball fans. Hope your team is making moves to make themselves better. And mine doesn't seem to be, but we'll see how it goes. Lots of things can happen between now and the end of March when the baseball season starts. So if you have replays and you want to post those somewhere, you can join the Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, go to Facebook groups and look up Clark and Addison Gaming Company. You'll find us there, answer a few questions, agree to the group rules. You have to do those two parts before I let you in, because it's a private group. So just trying to keep any riffraff out of there and spamming and stuff like that. So if you just agree to those things and answer a couple of basic questions about tabletop gaming and sports, I will let you into the group. And there you can keep track of all the things that I'm working on. You can play demos. I have a game called Top of the Key Basketball, which is a brand new full play basketball game. It's in beta. You can get the entire 97-98 NBA season, up to 15 player cards per team, and so it's based off of individual player cards, and a full play basketball game that gives you a lot of really cool options and opportunities within the game, including being able to choose your own play calls, which is not very common in basketball. So you can run the pick and roll, you can run a 3-point offense, you can run kind of a motion offense. So there's several different ways that you can choose plays, and depending on which play you're running, that's going to get the ball the majority of the time to particular positions. So if you have your players in certain positions, let's say you have Pat Ewing and you want to get him the ball, or David Robinson, and you want to make sure that David Robinson and Timmy Duncan, so that's Duncan's rookie year. So you want to make sure that those two guys get the ball. You can run the low post offense, and most of the opportunities, the better chances to get the ball to them are going to be in that low post offense or in the pick and roll offense. So you can kind of mix and match. You can choose throughout the game who you want to get the ball to based off of who's on the floor, based off of who you want to get shots, based off do you want to get your small forward a lot of 3-point shots, run that 3-point offense. So there's a lot of different ways and strategies that you can use in the game. The scores are coming out very realistic. It's very realistic in terms of the final statistics and things like that. You can keep the final stats if you want to. And a lot of really cool rare plays and some different things like that in there. And a unique system to be able to get the right players their rebounds, their steals, their assists, their shots. And then it's up to the roll of the dice whether the players can make the shots or not. So a lot of variability, but also, kind of trying to funnel the game to the right places. So I've been working on that for probably a year and a half or so. And now it's ready for everyone to test and to try it out. What I really want to know is, what are the good parts about it? What are the bad parts about it? What is just kind of extraneous you don't care about? What parts are spot on? That way I can keep those in and make sure I don't cut those. But you can try that out. If you are not on Facebook, you can email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, and I will send you the files straight away, and you can just play those and send me an email to let me know what's up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It's a super easy way to support what I'm doing here. Also, you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, clarkandaddisongaming.com, and you can purchase any number of seasons. We have the actual PDF season for 1972, so if you want all the player cards and the roster sheets and all that kind of stuff, so you can go there and pick up that full season, or you can purchase, I guess you could have both and. You can purchase the Pocket Edition here, which is a great travel option. So if you do a lot of traveling for business, family, whatever it is, and you want to take a full season replay with you, this Pocket Edition is an amazing way to do that. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.